In this video, we're going to start learning about how to perform operations on floats or doubles, numbers with decimals. So the first thing we want to do here is we're going to go back into our operations on variables playground project. Hopefully you still have that open from our last lecture. And we're going to create a variable, and we're going to say this variable is going to be named discount on shoes at store. And we're going to set this value equal to 0.3, number with a decimal. Now let's go ahead and create a second variable. We'll say var price of shoes, and we're going to set this equal to 33. And finally, let's go ahead and create a variable named price after discount, and let's set this equal to price of shoes times 1 minus discount at store. And we're going to see an error here. And if we click on a little red thing here, this is going to help us figure out what the error is. So if you get one of these in your project, it means your project has a compile error, and it's going to stop your project from running until you fix this error. And it's going to give you some information about fixing it. Sometimes if you click in, it'll even recommend a code fix for you. Now this one is a little bit different. It says cannot invoke minus sign or subtraction with an argument list of type, and then it gives us our type here, int. And basically what's going on here is we're trying to multiply a decimal or number with a decimal by an integer, right? And we have to have the same types here in Swift when we do multiplication, addition, division, as well as subtraction, which is our case here. So let's go ahead and swap this over to a double. We can specify this. We learned about type annotation before, and we see that now our error goes away. So now this is a double, and we could even make this 1.0 if we wanted to be really specific that we were, doing numbers with decimals or doubles in our case. And we're going to be able to multiply price of shoes times this new value, which is going to be 0.7. Well, the other thing I want to point out here is our use of parentheses, and this is kind of the first time we've seen this. So when we're doing operations, we can add parentheses, and the items inside of our parentheses will evaluate first, and then the items outside will evaluate. So the standard order of operations, parentheses, then multiplication, division, and then addition and subtraction, evaluating in that order, still holds in computer programming, specifically the Swift programming language. So here we're able to create a new variable named price after discount, and we used our price of shoes, which we said was a double, and our discount on shoes at the store. We're subtracting this from 1.0 because we want to get what the total percentage that we still have to pay is. So we're going to say this is the price after the discount. Now, one additional thing I want to show you is that we can update the value of price after discount after we've created it here. We can access this and update this value. And that's the whole reason to make this a variable. By making this a variable, we say we can change the value of price after discount. How can we do that? Well, let's create another variable. And we're going to say down payment. And we're going to say this is equal to 10.5. Maybe we're buying this on layaway. Whatever the case is, we're able to put a down payment at 10.5. So we want to update the value of price after discount. How can we do that? Well, we're going to type in price after discount. And notice the autocomplete here. It's recognizing that I previously had created this variable price after discount. And I can say that this is going to be equal to price after discount minus down payment. And we're going to be able to see that it's going to give us a value of 12.6 here, which is my new price after discount. How is this working? Well, this is going to look a little bit different than, algebra or other mathematics you may have worked with in the past. But in computer science, this is a really, really common thing to do, which is to update a variable using that variable. Now, remember I said the right side evaluates first. So what's happening here is price after discount has a value, which is 23.1, and then we're going to subtract down payment, which is 10.5. Then we're going to assign this updated value, which is 12.6, to price after discount. And now price after discount, if we access this in the future, if we were to go down here and say price after discount, this would again be equal to 12.6. So we're able to update a variable's value after the fact. So this is a really powerful way that we can play with variables, and it's a really important reason that we would declare something as a variable as opposed to a constant, which we'll see later cannot be changed after we assign it a value.